Are you new to real estate and you want to minimize the chances that you experience the pain and suffering that I had to experience in the years where I really grew my real estate business? Stay tuned for this video. I want to really dive into three resources that you could use to scale your business without losing your life in the process. You know, 80% of real estate agents don't even make it to their second license renewal. The failure rate is monumental in real estate. And 16-year veterans are only making $72,000 in real estate. You know, 2-year agents are making $9,000. The average agent makes $42,000. So the chances to be successful in our industry, the odds are stacked against you. The question is, why is that, and why is real estate so hard to succeed? Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I want to share a special report, a blueprint, the roadmap to these 6 stages of growth that we see. It's called the Real Estate Business Growth Navigator. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn notifications on so you're the first to know when a new video drops. Here are 3 great resources or mindsets or systems that you have to employ as a new agent to be successful and beat the odds of staying alive and thriving in this business. The first one is new business development. Every day, first part of the day, this is the frog you must eat before any other frog in the day. If you've ever read the book by Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog, they talk about like what's the frog in your business? What's the one thing that you don't want to do? And it's the one thing that gives you the success you desire. In real estate, it is new business development. Here's what I mean by new business development. It is starting the day with this mindset of, I have no clients. Like, just think like, even if you have 4 buyers that are signed with you and you have 7 active listings and you've had 4 closings this month and things are feeling good, every day, it's this mindset that it's new business development. I'm starting the day at 0. And with that mindset, you take that first part of the day. On our team, we are we do a huddle at 7 a.m. We script at 7:30, and we're doing new business development from 8 to 11. Now yours could look a little different for your situation. 3 hours is probably a minimum, you know, and really when I say 3 hours, it's 50 minutes laser focused, you know, new business development, and then 10-minute break. 50 minutes on, 10-minute break, 50 minutes on, 10-minute break. So in 3 hours, there's 2.5 hours of actual laser focused, you know, time where you're calling on the leads that you've generated. So that is first and foremost, it's this system around new business development, but also a mindset around the day has to start with new business development. The second thing I would say for new agents is that you have to track your numbers. You know, if you ever want to have a chance at scaling your business and growing this business beyond yourself, it's this concept of I do it, we do it, and they do it. So in Real Estate B School, we have 6 stages of growth. The first 2, basically getting from 0 to 500,000, are I do it. It's on your shoulders to make it happen. 500K GCI to 1.5 million GCI is we do it. That's when you're bringing an administrator on. That's when you're hiring buyer or showing agents, right? 1.5 million to 3 million plus is they do it. That's the shift from, you know, being in the grind of business, in production, managing agents, to business ownership, exiting production, going down to 2-3 days a week if that's what you desire. So if you're not willing to track your numbers, you don't have that foundational system in place to be able to make the progression through those 6 stages. And so tracking is not difficult. Like, there's a 1-page weekly tracker that we use to track meaningful contacts, appointments you've set, met, and signed with buyers, appointments you've set, met, and signed with listings, new contacts added to the database, nurtures that you've added to the database. It's not really that complicated. If you don't know how many contacts you need to make to set an appointment with a buyer or to set an appointment with a seller, and how many of those, you know, buyers or sellers, you know, those appointments happen versus not happen, and when you do have a consultation with a buyer or seller, how many, you know, end up signing with you versus don't sign with you, and then if they sign, how many successfully get to the closing table, and you actually earn a commission check, and you're able to sort of feed that person back into your Clients for Life program. So tracking, my friends, is crucial. Even if you're like I said, new to the business, starting these disciplines early on will really help you. The third thing I want you to implement and really think about in your business as you go from new agent to just making it through the first couple of years and surviving the odds of not being in the business is a business planning system. You know, before the end of my second full year, I built a business plan that set the trajectory for me for the next 10 years. You know, it was late 2009. I created my first business plan. It included a 3-year vision, a 5-year stretch. Even I looked out 10 years about how I wanted my business and life to look. I then broke it down into an annual plan and into quarterly. You know, today our business planning system allows for breaking it down even further into weekly commitments and the things you need to work on in your business. We call them rocks. The big projects, the systems you need to build out so that you don't have to be the one doing the thing you're doing now all the time. The truth is, most jobs that a real estate agent does, they don't pay a whole lot of money. So if you don't have a specific plan in place to leverage yourself out of parts of the business, you'll always be doing or spending most of your time on activities that don't pay more than $20 an hour. And if you only want to make $20 an hour, that's totally cool. There's no judgment on my part. If you want to make $100 an hour, $250 an hour, $500 an hour, or $1,000 or more an hour, the planning process you use is the only way to go about it. And it's pretty simple. It's a 3-year vision or 1-year plan, 90 days at a time, weekly commitments, and your daily cadence, the top 3 things you're going to do every day to crush your weekly commitments, to crush your quarter, to achieve your 1-year plan, and to realize your 3-year vision. When I think about a new real estate agent that had massive success, actually that first failed with traditional methods, and then I was able to come alongside Dave Friedman. He did 35 transactions the year before I met Dave. The year I met Dave, he did 64, 65 transactions. Problem is, he was working 70, 80 plus hours a week. He was super focused on growth. This guy is just one of the most driven guys that I know. He was going down a path that would not have led to achieving in the areas of life that matter more to him. At the time, you know, his wife Haley, they're still together. At the time though, their marriage was strained. He said that publicly when I did a case study with Dave. It was just a challenging time because he was giving more attention to the business and less attention to his wife. And we all have been there. I've been there in the early days. When we made this shift and we used the planning system or, you know, tracking at a high level and some of the systems I just shared and those things that you need to do as a new agent, he went from 65 transactions to, 35 as a solo agent to over 350 just 5 years later. I remember he messaged me the evening before our fall 2018 intensive workshop. It's a 2-day gathering of our members to just put our heads down and work on our businesses so we can achieve the things we want in our lives. He messaged me. He said, "Hey, listen, I'm in the process of moving right now. I came across a workbook from the fall 2014 intensive." This was 4 years earlier. He had just started with Real Estate B School. He said, and my takeaway from that event was hire a buyer's agent. He circled that as the one thing he was going to do when he realized that like buyers were the thing that was keeping him away from, you know, working too many hours. And so just an awesome success story, you know, 10x the business in 5 or 6 years, more than 10x his income, went from 70, 80 hours a week to, he has multiple businesses now. He doesn't go into the office at all. He works less than 30 hours a week. He just took 30 days traveling, no attachment to his business, not answering a single email, or responding to a single Vox or text in the Galapagos Islands with his wife. I think it was 2 weeks with Haley, and then 2 weeks he was deep sea fishing with a couple buddies of his. So freedom is attainable. You know, he went from no weeks vacation to an average of 12 to 15 weeks of vacation for each of the last 4 years now. And the opportunities that he's providing, you know, folks in his business to raise up and run the business for him. He's got 4 amazing business leaders that he's cultivated from the ground up that are now taking on additional responsibility and living their life by design. So if you want a copy of the Real Estate Business Growth Navigator, just go to realestatebusinessgrowth.com or click on the link below. I will guide you through the 6 stages of growth that Dave went through in 6 years. Not even. He actually went through them quicker than I went through them. It took me about 6 years to achieve all those phases of growth, to go from like in the trenches agent to completely free 1 day a week, 6 stages. And I go through the questions you need to ask yourself, the systems you need to install, what the team structure looks like, the money you'll make per hour. You know, I'll break it all down in that report. So go to realestatebusinessgrowth.com. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn notifications on so you're the first to know when we drop a new video. Until next time, be good, much love and respect.